Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Operation Heal 100 Hearts channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. What's up, you nosy motherfuckers? Y'all happy I'm back? If you are, hit the thumbs up on the video, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure you stay tuned in for the entirety of the video so you can leave your comments in the comment section about what you think about this Dear Deja letter. Let's get into it. Dear Deja, I am in a new relationship with a man with 2 kids and 2 baby mamas, and I have 3 kids and 1 baby father. We've been together for 19 months, and I have yet to meet either of the kids' mothers. I definitely have a relationship with the kids because he's a very involved and active father. Last week, we planned to take all of the kids bowling, and he got stuck at work. I decided to proceed anyway because we had already told the kids, and I didn't want to disappoint them. His youngest son fell in the bowling alley and sprained his wrist. I tried calling him, but I guess he had no service at work. His son said he knew his mother's number and, air quotes, wanted his mommy. He called his mom, and she arrived at the hospital in 30 seconds flat. When we lay eyes on one another, you could see the shock on both of our faces when we realized, I know this bitch. My new man, baby moms, is my stepfather's mistress daughter. And I know this raggedy bitch because she tried to get spicy with my mother when her whole ass mother got caught creeping with my steppops. Look, long story, and it ends with I already beat this girl ass. And she snatched up her son when she saw me in that hospital and left. Later on that night, when I spoke to my man, he was not only furious with me, but he was also furious that I let his son call his mother, but especially pissed because this bitch says she doesn't want me around their son because of my irrational level of violence. The bitch only saying that because I beat her ass. Had she won, she'd have been fine. Anyway, at this point, Deja is fuck him, fuck her, fuck them kids, but I low-key do love my man. What do you think I should do, son? I did what I did, and it is what it is. I hear that. You did what you did, and it is what it is. So stand on it, bitch. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video. Let me take a sip of my water, and let's get down to helping this Dear Deja letter writer. We got to help out a little bit, y'all. Come on now. Thumbs up on the video. Thumbs up on the video. I like some H2O. My grandmother used to call it City Gym. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty. First of all, I think you and your man, if you decide to keep him, need to have a very detailed conversation about your future together and what that looks like for you and him. Because he may be the type of man that likes to compartmentalize and keep things separate. He may feel like as long as you know my children, as long as you feel safe around my children, and as long as I feel safe with you being around my children, then we're all good. You don't got to give a fuck about their mother. You don't got to know their mother, right? That's one thing. If you're okay with that, then hey, y'all match made in heaven and work it out. But if you're not, and that's going to present an issue for you, this is a straightforward and very transparent conversation that you and your new boo, if y'all continue to go on, need to have. Because it seems as though you may have had an issue with not knowing the mothers, especially when a situation occurred. So if that is an issue for you, this is a conversation that y'all need to have, right? Also figuring out what works for him. Because like I said, he may have boundaries about certain things surrounding his past private life that he may not want you to be privy to. Who knows? Who knows? So this is a conversation that you and him definitely need to have, because if it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for y'all, and vice versa, right? And I just said this the other day on a video about red flags. This seems to be one of them, if this is something for you. All right, that's number one. Number two, so he allows you, even though you don't know the other parent, to take the children out without him, because I've seen in situations where most times folks only do such thing when, I mean, they don't care about you meeting the other parent, but they also don't leave the responsibility and the onus of the kid on you. You're probably more around when they're around with the kid. It's not you and the kid by themselves. So is that something that you normally do? Did he know you continue to take the young kids? Did you continue to take the kids bowling? Because I know that you said something about he wasn't answering the phone. So did he know that you continue with y'all date? Did y'all agree to do that? And if so, okay, well then I think that does set the ground and set the tone for the other conversation I said y'all should have, which is about you knowing the mothers or not knowing the mothers. Because what happened can very well happen, right? Like, you see how the son was injured, you couldn't get the dad. So of course, if something happens with someone's child, you want them to know. You want them to be aware. So if I can't get a hold of one parent, what do? Get a hold of the other. And if you don't have access to them, but you have access to their child, that's a little scary. So again, try to have this conversation with your boo, right? Try to have this conversation with your boo. Now, part 2 of the conversation that you need to be trying to have is your relationship regarding this other young lady, right? So let me get this straight, because I ain't gonna lie, girl, this sound messy. Your stepfather, I'm guessing your mother's husband, had a mistress. This girl is the mistress's daughter, right? And I'm guessing when your mother confronted the mistress from your letter, it sounds like you're saying the mistress's daughter tried to be weird with your mama, and in turn you had to get on her head top and beat her ass. If I'm correct in what I'm hearing, right? That is messy as hell. Do your stepdaddy, excuse me, still mess with the mama? Let me know, girl. Let me know. But anywho, in any event, I mean, it sounds like you won the fight, right? So in your mind, you may feel like you have the upper hand. So you may be past that, right? Let me know once again, if you come and get your Operation Heal 100 Hearts 101 sessions, let me know your feelings about this young lady. Because it's one thing to say, girl, I don't really know you like that, but you tried this, so I had to beat your ass. Because in a situation like that, sometimes it don't even be you dislike the person. You don't even know them. It's just the circumstances that it's under. You ain't gonna be talking spicy to my mama. That's what the fuck you ain't gonna do. So I could see how, you saying, listen, I don't have no real smoke with you. I just had smoke because what you did, and I beat your ass after you did it, so we good. So is it that type of situation where it's like, okay, well, we already got it off our chest and I'm good? Or is it you or your Cardi B shit and we beefing for life? Because if so, then baby, you got to kiss that new man goodbye. You have to kiss that new man goodbye, because if he's very close with his children are very close with their mothers, and you beefing with the mothers, that's not going to work for you and the father, because the mothers can pull any stunt they want. They can say things like, I don't want that person around my child. I don't think that any real father is going to pursue a relationship seriously with a woman who cannot be around his children. He needs to be around his children. So I don't know how realistic that is, even if they were adult children. You know what I'm saying? So I think you need to kind of figure out, listen, is this real smoke or is it imaginary smoke? Was it just smoke because of what you did? Or is it, if we beefing forever, like Cardi B said? Because if that's the case, then you need to let him know that so he can decide what he needs to do. And also you need to decide what you need to do for your safety. Then you say you have 3 children, I think you said in your letter. So at this point, safety first should be a priority. So not only worrying about, how he feels about you having beef with this girl forever, but also, how do you feel about that? Because a large part of maturing is protecting your peace. And I can't imagine if you beefing with your man, baby mama, every second of the damn day because he got a baby with her and you're with her, that you're having any peace at that point. So, my dear, there's things you need to do. There's things you need to do. There's things you need to do. And there's real conversations you need to have, because it seems like you see a future with this person, and you feeling it and you want it to work out. And that could very well happen. But now it's time to it's time to put that transparency in place and have those hard conversations. Because y'all might have just been in a honeymoon phase where nothing goes wrong and we don't really argue and we love each other and we can't live without each other. I love that phase. I love that phase of any relationship, right? But it's when things get a little rough and the waters get a little choppy, that's when you get to see what motherfuckers is made of. So if it's going to be him prioritizing his relationship with his kids and his kids' mother and saying you come third, is that okay with you? If it's him prioritizing your relationship and saying he don't give a fuck what his baby mama think and he'll see his kids when he see him, is that okay with you? So you have to figure out what works for you, and then you have to also express that, because that's a lot of what people's issues are nowadays as well. They lack communication skills. So instead of verbally being able to express something, they really struggle, you know? And sometimes many people hold on to what they need to say because they're not sure how to communicate it. So that's what you need to work on, being able to have those hard conversations, especially if you're trying to see a future with this man, and vice versa. Because I don't want to put the onus only on you. I usually try to only do that because it's your dear Deidre letter, but I also want you to hold him accountable too. Why the fuck I ain't met these kids' mother, and I'm over here taking these kids shopping, and we going on sleepovers, and we going on vacation, and we all in love, and they calling me step mom, and I'm all invested in these kids. How little Reem doing, and all that bullshit. So why I don't know the mama? And more importantly, why can't I know the mama? I know she exists. So it's not like you're hiding the fact that you have a baby mother from me. No, I know she exists. What's the issue with she and I having a relationship, even if it's just a cordial one? Because I'm also involved in her child's life at the moment, unless he doesn't plan on you being in the child's life any longer than that moment. And that's another realistic question to ask. What are we doing here? What's your plans for you and I? Because if I'm over here getting a little ream, and I'm helping you with little shy, and we looking up daycares for little kimakia and all of that bullshit, and we guys right here, what am I doing this for? Also, is that something you want? Do you want to be with him? Can you see yourself with a future with him? That's why you're helping him with little ream school. And if you can't, then what you all in the uproar for about this? So I do think that you want something other than what you guys have. You wanted to go further, and maybe y'all have talked about that. Excuse me, you didn't express that here in the letter. So maybe y'all have talked about, oh, I see a future with you. I love you. I want to be with you. Okay, great. So what needs to get done? What needs to get done so we can be together? We need to have those hard conversations. A part of having those hard conversations is being transparent about what you feel, what you think, and what you need and deserve. And vice versa. He needs to be able to do the same. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Let's pretend in some crazy world, right? In some ideal world, right? He says, no, boo, I know, I understand what you mean. And I'm going to allow y'all to build your own relationship and introduce y'all, because I see a future with you and I want you around, Lord Sean. And we gonna move to another state, and we gonna get married, live happily ever after, and so on and so forth, right? Let's just say you hear those magic words, right? And he's ready to do the introduction, right? But baby mama is still like, no, bitch, I'm off you, I'm off her, I'm off it, right? Is there going to be a need to try to fix this situation because you still want to be in a man's life? Or if the baby mama give you that energy, you return and serve? And the reason why I ask about that is because whatever choice you make is going to determine the outcome of you guys' relationship. The moment you start taking out of your relationship because you beefing with this boy baby mother is the moment that you ended the relationship right then and there. He is not going to want to hear that shit. He is not going to want to deal with that shit. He is not going to want to be bothered with that shit. And in all fairness, in his mind, he has to be bothered with it with the other woman. They have a baby together. Who doesn't he have to be bothered with it with? You. So that may be potentially the end of your relationship if you're going to match her energy. And now she on 10 and you on 10.5. So you got to figure out how to navigate that. If he tells you, listen, I'm willing to allow y'all to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You also need to put up your what? Boundaries. You need to put up and you need to enforce your boundaries. You need to put up and you need to what? Enforce your boundaries. So you can let him know what that looks like. I've always shared in my romantic relationships with men that I've been serious with, and they had children. This was always my thing. Listen, I will not be the initiator of any problems with your children's mother. Let me start there. I will not be the person to start the problem with the woman that you have children with. Absolutely not. I will also not be the woman to discuss your child's mother in the presence of your child. Absolutely not. I will also not be the person that's violent, disrespectful, and belligerent to your child's mother in front of your child. Absolutely not. You got that. Let me tell you what the fuck you don't have. You nor her have unlimited chances to play in my motherfucking face and think I'm going to be patient and go around it. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. There will come a breaking point, and at that breaking point, I won't give a damn about who baby mama she is. I will proceed with our action. So you let me know how you want this to go, my brother, right? And in my situations, I'm grateful and thankful to have had men who would keep their baby mother at bay because I have warned them. That's me putting up my boundaries. I'm being fair. I'm saying to you, listen, I'm not going to start no trouble with the girl. I'm not going to be weird if I got to be around her. I'm not going to initiate no drama, and I'm not going to be violent and disrespectful towards her in front of your children. I would not do that. I would not do that because I understand the compromising position it puts you in because your children are involved at that point. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. I have family as well that I don't want being disrespected. But in any event, with all that being said and done, let me let you also know I have boundaries, and this here is one. Okay? Where she pitched the tent is where we'll have the motherfucking circus. Are you clear? Crystal. Okay. Okay. And we move along from there, right? And the one thing that I can say I respect about those men is that they understood I had boundaries and they actually respected them. Thanks. Thank you. And that worked out well and we moved along, right? So I think that there's a way you can compromise and have conversations about and work with this young lady, you know, in a respectful manner, but still be able to maintain your boundaries and protect your peace. And if it gets to a point where this gentleman cannot create any peace, then sweetie, ain't that much of love in the world, baby. You got to roll. You have to roll. Now, granted, do you have to try to work through some tough times? If you want to be with a person, 100% you do. 100% you do. If you want to be with a person, you have to be able to weather the storm. And storms will hit. When I motherfucking tell you storms will hit, my dear. Storms will hit. The beauty of the storms is if you are meant to be with a person, God will align it so that you both get through it. I promise you that. God will align it so that you both get through it. But I'm not going to tell you they not. So if your plan is to say, listen, I can't deal with this, I'm done, I'm going to holler at y'all, that's fine. You have the right to do so. You absolutely have the right to do so. That also means that at that point you're ending the relationship though, and you have to understand that. And the end of your letter you said but you love your man and you want him, so it don't sound like you want to end a relationship. So again, the waters may be muddy and choppy in the beginning because remember what this bitch says, she can't stand you. But you can also create the space and hold space for y'all to get to a point to be cordial enough to where she doesn't mind you being around her kid and she's okay with moving forward, especially if she no longer has feelings for him. Because I'm here to tell you, as long as she has feelings, it'll never work. Oh, it'll never work. Dealing with exes and their residual feelings is the most stressful thing in the world. But you can grow through it. You can grow through it. You can always come out on the other side. You remain a bigger person. And it all boils down to who the man really wants. That's really and truly what it is. No matter how much he may engage or entertain, the proof is in the pudding with who he really wants. But if you have a man that is not sure about who he really wants and wants to engage and entertain, baby, you got to make the best choice for you. You have to. That's mandatory. All righty. And if you struggle with making that choice, you come on down to get your Operation Hill 100 Heart session, baby, and we'll talk about how we can make that happen. All right, all right, all right, all right. My girl, this was multi-layered. This was multi-layered. This was multi-layered, and this was multi-layered. But the beauty of it is, you know what I can say I love about all my Dear Deidre letters, even when they sound crazy, it's still a cry for help. Folks are reaching out trying to get help, because at the end of the day, nobody has to write anybody a letter. Nobody has to reach out for counseling or advice or anything like that. Folks could just go on with what they think should be done and keep it pushing. And that's what most people do in the world. So when you have folks that is reaching out to say, hey, I may not know how to handle this the best, so can you assist me? You definitely want to try to assist as best you can in a productive way. That's what Operation Heal 100 Hearts does for our folks, right? And when you come and get your one-on-one sessions, you leave so empowered and so uplifted, because you can feel that you're making the best decision for yourself and everybody around you, whether folks like it or not. In any event, guess who's back? Y'all know y'all girl give it up. Y'all know y'all girl give it up. Y'all know, I know y'all love Lit at 6. I know y'all love Dear Deidre. I got some really beautiful messages about the return of Dear Deidre. Thank you so much. And also some great feedback about Healing Hearts overall. Let me explain something to y'all. Healing Hearts is my baby. That's my child. I birthed it. It's all mine. And I'm very proud of the progress that it's making, and new developments coming within the next 60 motherfucking days. Y'all can count on y'all girl. In any event, make sure you have listened to this video in its entirety, because if you're here now, you should be dropping in the comment section with your feedback. I miss you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you have hit the thumbs up on this video, and I will see you soon.